Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week of Kitchen Table Debates featuring former President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden. First up, I'd like to introduce former President Donald Trump. And next up, President Joe Biden. Okay, welcome to Kitchen Table Debates. Now, I do have a couple of questions right off the bat. I'm very curious. President Biden, why exactly are you wearing a mask right now?
Well, because somebody tried to assassinate me with COVID-22.
Okay. Former President Donald Trump, what do you think about Joe Biden saying that?
You think that's an assassination attempt? You think that's assassination attempt? This is assassination attempt.
Okay, and President Trump, speaking of the assassination attempt on your life, what do you have to say about that?
It was divine intervention that I turned my head at the right time.
Very true. Okay, and President Biden, what about your, what'd you say, COVID-22 that you had?
Yeah, and it was also divine intentions that I didn't get COVID-24.
Yes. So based on that information and your diagnosis, President Trump, do you think that President Biden should step down?
What?
I'll repeat the question. I apologize. Do you think that President Biden should step down based on his COVID-22 diagnosis?
It's not just COVID, it's his mental capacity.
So you're saying absolutely? And President Biden, your response?
Yeah, I have a response. I have a response. And my response is, this man has no idea what he's talking about. I am the president of these here United States.
On accident.
He is, excuse me, and he's not. So there.
And before I actually ask former President Trump a question, I'm just curious, why exactly did you take off your mask, President Biden? You have COVID.
Well, it says I could take my mask off if I'm 6 inches away from somebody.
I think it's 6 feet, actually, President Biden.
6 feet. I don't have. Are you crazy? I don't have 6 feet. I have 2 feet like everybody else. I don't have any feet he's got, but I got 2.
Okay, let's actually get down to business here, right? This is a debate about the future of our country. So as of this moment, President Trump is leading in all the polls, including the swing states. So I guess that reverts back to my previous question. Are you going to stay in this race?
Well, yeah, I'm definitely going to stay in. The race. I'm staying in the race. But as far as polls go, you know, we don't really need polls, all right? And as far as swing states, they don't need swings in their states. Why? Why do I have to climb a pole and go on a swing? I don't understand it. You're asking me to swing on a pole? It makes no sense. That's why he's ahead, because he likes to swing on poles like a monkey.
Okay, so interesting answer. President Trump, do you have a response to that?
Need I say more?
Apparently not. Okay, so moving on a little bit, we just had a major cyber incident a few days ago. Shut down airports, things of that nature. So I need to ask both of you, we'll start with President Trump. What would you do if president, if that happened again? How would you prevent that?
Well, we need the right people in the right spots to do the right thing, and I'm the best at that.
Okay. President Biden?
Yeah, well, what are we talking about? Cyber what?
Well, the incident that just happened a few days ago with the cybersecurity.
Yeah, I heard something about that. Yeah, what about it?
How could you prevent something like that in the future from taking place?
Can't prevent stuff like that because there's people all over the place that, you know, you ever see the keyboard on a computer? People are always doing this and everything. They hit the wrong button and it happens. What are you going to do? It's a simple thing.
He's the leader of our country? Really?
Okay, well, let's move on to foreign policy. Now, everyone is talking about China possibly invading Taiwan. Now, that could lead to a World War III scenario. So, President Biden, how would you respond or even prevent the invasion of Taiwan?
Taiwan. Taiwan on. They're going to Taiwan on?
No, China with the invasion.
They're going to Taiwan on China, right? I didn't even notice people drink. But they're going to Taiwan on, and then what happens? You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. The Chinese people should not drink. The Chinese people should not drink. You get it? You get it?
Okay, sure. Okay, President Trump.
I think he tied one on this morning.
So speaking of security, President Trump, what did you think about the security you received during the assassination attempt?
I remember a day where the Secret Service will cover my whole body. Now, since I got shot in the ear, now that all they do is cover me up to my knees.
Okay, so we are going to move on to closing statements. So we're going to start with President Biden. So President Biden, if you are reelected, will you sustain your current policies?
Stain? I'm not going to stain anything. The last thing I did stain my underwear a couple of days ago. But aside from that, not only I will sustain, I will retain, I will take a train, and then I'll stay the same, and I'm going to do it. You understand me? I'm going to do it.
The man who is running our country stains his underwear?
Okay, and President Trump, if you are elected, what would you do?
Very simple. Just make America great again.